Welcome to Fresh Death Comics. I'm your host, Bluke. Hans is with me.
Hey.
How you doing, bud?
Man, I'm all right. I was running a little late today. I got caught up with watching Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
How is that show?
It was a delight.
Now, I've watched the original Teen Titans, but I haven't had a chance to watch Go. Tell me, is it worth it? What makes it
This
appealing?
is really funny, man. So it was the Valentine's Day episode, and Starfire brought in this little baby.
Okay.
And it started shooting Robin in the forehead with these little sticky darts. And Robin's like, oh, no, darts. And he's like, whose baby is this anyway? She's like, it's not a baby, it's Cupid. And I just laughed a lot.
Are these short little segments? I mean, is that all
No,
that
that's the whole
happened?
show. Like, the whole thing happened. Like, Tara
For
was,
30 minutes, that happened.
Tara was trapped in this little trash thing, and Raven and her were having a battle over Beast Boy, but it was like an unspoken battle because neither of them really told him how they felt. It's a nice little Valentine's Day episode. It's fun.
I spent my time yelling at my television.
How come?
Because this past weekend, you had me over at your house, and you pulled out your Sega Genesis.
I did.
And I haven't played that in forever. And we were playing games and having so much fun, I bought my own. I bought the Retron 3 so I could play all my...
Oh, so you didn't buy a Sega Genesis?
I didn't buy a Sega Genesis. I bought the Retron 3 so I could play my Super Nintendo... I can buy Super Nintendo games. I can buy NES games. And so I bought some of the original Sega Genesis games. I bought Lion King, bought Aladdin, bought Power Rangers. And let me tell you, between Aladdin and Lion King, I'm so frustrated. I can't get past these giraffe heads.
I told you, they're two of the most difficult games on the Genesis.
But I was like, an 8-year-old played it. I played when I was younger. It can't be that hard.
It was the exact same difficulty when you were 8.
But I feel like when you become older, like things become easier. Like video games. You'd be like,
You have more video game experience.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I know how they do this. You go through here and here and here. And it's like a child's game. But I'm so stuck on it. I threw my controller.
That's when the giraffe heads like launch you.
Yeah, the giraffe heads are launching you, and
That's
I keep
fun.
on. I miss the giraffe's head, and I fall in the water.
Well, that's the problem. You can't miss the giraffe's head.
Yeah, and we'll
You
try
should
on the
know that,
controller. It's so hard.
It's just the A button.
So that was my whole. I've just been like all day.
Wow.
Like I feel like if I could become the Hulk, I would just been green. I'd be sitting here green.
I thought you were constipated.
No.
Let's be honest.
Like I bought the new Flow Rider CD because it was on sale.
Flow Rider.
I'm listening to My House. And I'm like, all right, I got this. This is my house. I'm gonna win this game.
Oh wow.
And so I'm like, this is my house, and I'm playing. I'm like, all right, I got this. So the first level there, I'm like, I bust through that. I'm like, all right, we're good. Get the second level, I get to the giraffe's heads, and I actually do it. I get past it, and I'm on the stupid ostrich thing,
Yeah.
and I can't get past the third jump point, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I shut it off. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I send you messages, and just like, I hate you so much.
I was playing Turtles a little bit this week, man.
Yeah,
The what is it? The something stone? I don't know. It's the second one.
Yeah, the second Turtles game.
Second Turtles game. I got to the final stage. I was at 787.
Wow.
Yeah, solo.
Well, that's the thing I hate. Like a Power Rangers game I got, and Lion King and Aladdin, they don't have a score on the screen. It's just more of a progression level. So I can't say like, oh yeah, I got 700 points in Lion King. It was pretty
You're
good.
like, I got nowhere.
I got through the third giraffe head on the second stage. Like,
Bummer.
it doesn't. Like, I'm gonna try to beat that game.
Good luck.
So, let's talk about comics. Last week we did our pick of the week. I chose the book Power Rangers, issue number 4. It was really, really good. If I had to give a rating, it was an 8 out of 10. Hans, you read it as well.
I did, yeah.
Why don't you tell people what you thought?
I thought it was just Pacific Rim.
No.
Like, that's the plot of Pacific Rim, isn't it?
Kind of. There was one part in the book that drove me crazy and upset me the most. Hans, if I say it's morphin' time, can you go through the characters for me?
I mean,
please.
What do you mean go through the characters?
Like, if I say it's morphin' time.
Okay.
Mastodon.
No, I couldn't do that. Like,
can't
I don't
do that?
know the order that they did in the show, if that's what you're asking.
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know that.
Because in my head, whenever I hear, like, it's morphin' time, it's Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger, Triceratops, or T-Rex. I can't say Triceratops.
What is this? Are you Hadouken?
That's the morpher. You hold the morpher.
thought it was
That's
Hadouken.
the morpher you hold. But in the book, they didn't do that, and it upset me as a Power Rangers fan. They didn't. They went Mastodon, Saber-toothed Tiger, T-Rex, Pterodactyl, and Mastodon.
And that's what gets you.
That's what gets me, because if you are a Power Rangers fan, if you have, I don't know, dedicated your time to Power Rangers and watched it and you're reading the books, you want to appreciate everything there was Power Rangers. And there's certain rules to Power Rangers.
Certain rules, okay.
And I feel like this issue broke all of them. It broke the Morpher rule, and then there's another part in the book where they're fighting each other.
Oh, it's just a civil war, right? They're just fighting over Tommy.
They're fighting. No, it's Tommy versus everybody. And Kimberly's on the side like, oh, can't we just get along? But I felt like a Power Ranger would never say someone can't be on the team and question that person's leave. They would be like, we have to work together. And it really upset me.
It's just a civil war.
I don't know. It was just, for a comic to do that, like, you know, other than that, you know, the fun...
But you loved it.
The Zord fights were fun. Like, I really enjoyed that.
You really got your gears grinded by this, but you loved it anyway.
I do. Like, so that's why I said, that's why I gave it 8 out of 10 instead of a full 10.
I think it completely bypassed the laws of physics.
Underwater mode.
I don't know why I'm even questioning this in a Power Rangers book, but hear me out.
Okay.
Okay. So they were fighting. The Megazords were fighting each other for, like, what, 13 panels?
Pretty much.
So I'll say that's 13 minutes. I'll just equate that to 13 minutes, whatever. In that time, none of the robots could punch out the other robot's eyes. Yet Tommy comes in one panel with his human fist and punches out a robot eye. How does this happen?
He was morphed.
So? That just means he has a costume on.
It gives you special powers.
No.
B, think about it this way. Like, if you and me are getting into a fight, I can't punch out your eyes unless I get my finger and try... Like, if I'm punching you...
It's just made of glass. That's all it is.
Super hard glass.
How can a human fist break it, but a robot fist cannot?
No, it was his... He kicked it open.
No, it was a fist.
We're going to take a look. Oh, shoot. It was his fist, and then he kicked her. All right. I'm going to go with Power Ranger power.
I didn't think there was a Power Ranger power. Like, every time I've watched Power Rangers, I never thought, oh, man, their suit gives them added power. I'm just like, oh, now they have a little bit more protection.
No, it gives them powers. That's why they can do the stuff they can do.
I don't think so.
That's why they can jump higher, and
that's why they can punch people in the chest, and
that's why they can get shot by lasers and be like, oh, okay, or Goldar hits them with their sword.
There's no logic to this show yet. I'm questioning the physics.
All right. Well, how about your book?
How about it?
James Bond. I might even try to pronounce that. Ilion?
We tried last time. I think it's Eidolon.
Eidolon.
I don't know.
Like ride along, just Eidolon.
Without the R. Yeah, we'll go with that.
This is your book. Tell the people what you thought.
I thought this was a pretty good ride compared to the first issue of the last arc. This one actually got me excited to see what's coming next. But at the same time, the way it ended kind of got me. I didn't enjoy how it just kind of stopped.
Well, it literally stopped because they're stuck in traffic.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I mean, the comic stopped because you got stuck in traffic.
But all this action was just building up, and then you're just like, nope, come back next time.
I kind of had a problem with Warren Ellis's take on gun control.
Please tell me why.
He goes, I'm just going to leave my stuff, my bin. His bin is basically a suitcase, right? He kept on saying the word bin, like, I'm going to leave my bin in my house. And he goes, some person will find it. You know, I don't have time to give my gun to a
child
or a mentally ill person. And I thought that was really in bad taste.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but it just kind of shows James Bond's views on America.
Yeah, but
he's not too fond of them. Like earlier in the book, him and Felix Leiter met up. Felix Leiter works for CIA.
Correct.
Which is, they just had a little banter about how, oh, my group is better than yours.
It was really boring.
I'm English and you're not.
It was really boring.
It was fun.
The best part about that conversation was when he was like, "Yeah, my body got eaten by a shark." That was the highlight of that conversation. But you liked it. You like. What would you give it for a rating? I mean, was it better than Power Rangers? And
yeah, anything is.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Rating wise, like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Sure, whatever.
I'm just saying. I think we.
It was a good book. And I think
we enjoyed our.
Read it.
I think we enjoyed our books equally.
Okay.
So that's all I'm getting at. But yeah, I didn't like it. It was. I don't know, it was a book. It did things and. It was pretty boring for the most part, in my opinion.
Really? Your reaction when he snapped that guy's head off?
That was cool.
That was a reaction of enjoyment.
Correct.
And then when shot the guy in the eye, that was a reaction of enjoyment. Like,
there were certain.
I don't know why you enjoy the deaths.
There were certain parts that I liked, like because he shows it, like they show the neck like slicing.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh man, this is really cool. Wow. But overall, I mean, I was just bored. And then. The one panel, I hate ads in books.
Yeah, that got me too.
I thought this book was going to get a lot better. Turn the page, because they're doing this whole fight scene, he's trying to save her. Turn the page, and there's this green monster guy, and I'm like, oh, who is this? This is cool. And it was just an ad for Evil Arnie.
Yeah, that's just your ignorance. Like, there's no way that's in the story.
Well, for me, I like to read a comic where, especially when there's no dialogue pages, and just them shooting and driving cars. I like to.
Yeah, you want the action to keep going.
I just flow in my head like, okay, here we go, we're flowing. I turn the page so I can keep flowing, and then there's Evil Arnie. I get, like, it just throws me. It ruins my pace for the book.
Yeah, ads always do that.
Yeah, it just.
It was bad placement for that ad.
Very bad placement. What ad is worse, the Evil Ernie ad like that, or the Luke Cage comic in the Marvel books?
See, the Luke Cage comic is a lot worse because it actually has words and there's things happening and you could possibly think it's part of the book.
Like, now I know better, but when it first happened, I was trying to read, I was like, because I think it was in a Luke Cage book itself. That was the first time I read it. I was like, why is Luke Cage in the bathroom now? I thought he was down the street fighting this girl. Is this a flashback? What is this? So, I don't know. I think ads should be... I mean, DC was doing it right. They had all their ads in the back of the book, basically. And I kind of like...
No, but then they had, like, 12 in the middle.
Yeah, now they've changed up. Now it's like every page has one comic ad. So, let's talk about our mystery book.
Our mystery book.
Department H.
Oh, literal mystery.
It is a literal mystery. We have so many new clues that have been released upon us.
How many clues are there?
So many. Okay. So many things have happened. Hans, give me your take before because I've been thinking theories over in my head. I've been like, I can go from A to Z, and I got things. So tell people what you think.
About what exactly?
About who do you think it is? What new clues have you discovered? What
I don't have a theory. I don't know who it is. Like, it's hard to know who it is. So, this book left us thinking that Raj is dead, right?
Correct.
But we have no proof of Raj's death. Maybe he just sort of like went off and escaped on his own, and that's who it is.
Correct. In the Hans's rule of comics, no body, no blood, no death.
So he's not dead in my mind. Then you've got Q, who went out and helped Mia and helped her survive. Her helmet was cracked or something.
Correct. Yeah.
So her oxygen levels weren't proper, but she saved herself with this little dart thing, and then it was like a Spider-Man thing. And Jerome went nuts. What happened there?
He went. He revealed.
You don't even have words.
He revealed so much about what's going to happen.
How do you mean?
He already admitted that he was in on it, and that there was a co-conspirator.
Well, I guess I don't know what you're talking about.
It's them. They sabotaged everything. You know it. Don't you? Yes, we did some of it, but for the greater good, not like them. Not like them. To me, that's proof that he was in on it. He sabotaged it.
He sabotaged what?
He was part of the mission. He helped with the murder. He sabotaged the ship. He sabotaged every part of.
He was in the middle of sabotaging the ship in this episode, in this issue.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's all he's referring to.
I think being part of the sabotage is being part of the whole thing. Because why are you going to sabotage the ship if you're not?
Because he's gone crazy. I thought it was a thing. Like, have you seen Zootopia?
Not yet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ruin it for you.
Don't ruin it.
So there's this.
Don't ruin it, man. It's coming to my house. It'll be here
fine.
Saturday.
It's this little plant. Everybody eats this little plant, and they go nuts. And I think that's what's happening to this guy. He's going nuts because of some sort of like organism that he's encountered down there.
Here's another theory I was thinking of: is what if the main character was crazy and she killed her father?
Yeah, I've thought about that too. Like, it's anybody.
Because last issue, she told Raj, she goes, I know who it is. I know who killed my father. As soon as the evidence gets back, I'll have it. And now this issue, she's just like, I don't know who it is. I'm still investigating.
And she hasn't slept for 3 days, and she's starting to see this, like, who is this guy? What is this thing?
Yeah,
but she sees him.
I think it's the ghost of her dad. Like she's imagining her dad.
But why are the sandbags? Why the sandbags?
I don't know. Like, I think Raj is still alive. He might be.
I think he's still alive too.
I think he's.
But do you think he tried to kill his sister?
I think so. I think he's behind the whole thing. I think Raj hired Jerome. And I think there's someone else too.
He hired Jerome to
sabotage the ship. He helped in the plan of the murder. Like, he's in on the whole thing.
Okay, what about Q?
Q, I think he is just doing his job. He doesn't want to look out for anybody. He's like, I'm doing me.
But he did. He saved her.
Yeah, he saved her. But that's the thing. Like, he doesn't care about the ship politics. He's there as a security guard. That's what he does. He doesn't care.
And what about Lily?
I think she's just... Lily, I don't know what to think of, because she loved her dad. But yet she's not mourning him.
And she really wanted to help find Raj, too.
Yeah. So... She
didn't want to help Mia, but she wanted to help find Raj.
Yeah. So for me, I'm just like... She's got something on... I don't have enough information.
She's on the fence, man. Like,
I mean, her actions are not being appropriate, I guess is the right word. If my lover died, I don't think I would be on the ship pretending everything was a normal day.
I thought her and Raj were...
No, man. It's her and the dad.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe now they are. Maybe she's like, man, the dad's dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's not her and the dad anymore. That would be weird.
Yeah, so she's like, Raj, you're the next best thing.
You're the next best thing. Okay.
You're like the dad. That's kind of gross.
So, who done it?
I'm going with Raj. He's the mastermind behind the whole thing.
Raj is the mastermind.
He's the mastermind. He's the one who did it.
I don't know who did it yet. I'm not gonna say.
You're not gonna say?
No.
You don't have a hypothesis?
Mm-mm. I think it's gonna change every issue. You're gonna have a different...
Well, this is 2 issues now. I thought it was Raj, so...
Okay.
But I didn't see Jerome. Didn't see him as part of it.
I think he's just crazy.
What do you guys think? You guys think Raj is behind it? Flash #1, as opposed to the fake #1 of we talked about last week, Flash #1 came out, and I personally think they're just copying Marvel at this point in life.
Copying Marvel.
Yeah, we have this storm that's going through Central City, zapping people and giving them powers.
It's not a storm. That's the time. What is it called?
The Time Force? We haven't identified it's a Time Force. It's a storm.
I'm assuming it's the Time Force.
Correct. It could be the Time Force.
Because that's what created Barry as the Flash, right?
Correct. The Time Force created him. So if this is the Speed Force is basically a Tarragon Mist giving people powers.
Speed Force. It's the Speed Force.
The Speed...
You're calling it the Time Force.
The Time Force. Whatever. It's so upsetting. I'm just like, why can't we have original content? And then in the book, there's part of it where it's the exact conversation from like 5 issues ago with the old New 52.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it the same writer? Because that would be super disappointing.
It is. It's the same writer. He's been on the book
He's
now
just
for a while.
recycling.
So, because Barry goes to the mall and he's like, "Hey man, I can help you with the science project." And he's like, "I got it." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Barry, don't give up. See if you can help him. Look at his stuff." And in the old book, he looked through it and he was like, "Hey, you're doing this wrong. Here's how you can fix it." And he's like, "Thanks, but I could have figured that out on my own."
See, I stopped reading the dialogue once Barry interrupted it with his thoughts. I'm like, oh, your thoughts must be more important than what's happening. So I'm just going to read that.
It was really upsetting, because I wanted this book to be good. But I just feel like this book is a mess.
It started out exactly like the show did, too.
Yeah.
That made me laugh a lot. Like,
I'm Barry Allen.
Hi, my name is Barry Allen.
Central Coast may be the fastest man alive.
And then he tells how he got his powers, and then it's just the same. It's funny.
This book, because it was going to be my pick last week. Remember I said last week, I was like, I can't choose between Power Rangers and The Flash, and I'm glad I chose Power Rangers.
Full of disappointment, I guess. Yeah. Rebirth is full of disappointment.
Basically, I mean...
Sorry.
I guess we just stick with indie books. But a book that did come out this week that we're going to talk about next week is part of our What's Up with the Wakandan segment. Black Panther #3 came out, and so we will discuss it next week, so make sure you pick up your copy so that you can follow along and won't be spoiled. Any predictions for what's going to happen in the book?
I don't really know if I have any idea what's going on anyway. So
I don't.
Hopefully this one puts some things into perspective. I flipped through it a little bit, and it looks like there's a lot of action that's going to happen. So
that's good. The talking part was what was killing me.
No, the internal monologue of T'Challa is pretty good.
I just wanted to die.
Well,
I did.
Dang.
I'm just like, this book is so boring.
That's rough.
So I'm hoping this issue picks it up, and I can go, oh man, this is really good.
I mean, you can read my copy.
I definitely will, because I did not buy it. I gave up on it. So I'll read your copy, and I'll see if I save myself $4 or if I'm going to have to go to the shop and go, hey man, do you have another copy of this? Hey, it was pretty good.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so we'll see who did money better.
Who did the money better?
Did you waste $4, or did you spend the best $4 of your life?
I don't know. I maintain that we're not going to really get the payoff until the final issue of the arc. So
true. All right, Hans, you know what time it is?
Yeah, I probably do.
It's time for our pick of the week. This week, you
those psychedelic hands. What were
I don't know.
those?
It was fun hands, like dancing hands. Your pick of the week. Why don't you tell the people what you chose?
What did I choose? X-Men, the worst X-Men ever, issue number 5. It's the final issue of the arc, written by Max Bemis. I'm pretty high on the Max Bemis books, but he's let me down a little bit lately. Anyway, this one's pretty fun. Our character, Bailey Hoskins, has the power to explode, but he can only do it once because he will die.
Which is probably the worst power of all time, I just want to say.
I think that's the point. Okay. The worst X-Men ever, because he can't do anything, really. They did give him, like, an Iron Man suit for an issue, and that was pretty interesting. But he got Batmaned. His parents, like, died in front of him. They got stomped on by a Sentinel.
Oh, man.
That was in the first issue.
Oh, that's right. I remember that, yeah.
That's the only one you read.
Yeah, you had me read issue 1, and I was just like, I don't care enough to read issue 2.
So, it comes down to this. I think they're going into the future. You can tell he's a little older on the front cover. And is he going to explode? Is he going to use his powers? Is he just going to die naturally? I don't know. What's going to happen? That's what I'm in it for.
What's your prediction? You think he's going to explode?
Yeah. I kind of want him to. Not because I hate the character, I just want to see what happens.
You know, is it going to be a fiery death? Like, is he doing it to save someone's life, you think? Or did he actually
I think it's going to be...
Like, is it like 20 years in the future and he's like old and he's just like, shoot! Uh-oh.
Oh, that would be really sad if he's just senile, forgets he has powers, and just explodes.
Yeah, he's been like so good all these years. He's like, I've never used my powers, but I was an X-Man. And like maybe he's like on the toilet and he's like, I can't get this out. And then he just explodes in the house.
Like Elvis.
Oh man, is that how Elvis died?
I don't know if that's true.
Oh, I watched the movie where Elvis was alive. It's called Men in Black.
Oh.
He was an alien.
Good for you. So yeah, I think he's gonna die a heroic death if he does die. In fact.
Alright, so heroic death, he's gonna explode. We'll find out.
Yes, we will.
Alright, my pick of the week was 4 kids walk into a bank. So far with issue 1, no one's walked into a bank. We've met our what I think is our 4 characters, and they were house invaded by 4 other older people. And basically the kids kind of stood off the bullies and said, hey, you can't come into this house. And the dad showed up with a gun. And this whole, like, uneasy trust developed between them. Like, hey, I respect you guys for standing up for me, but also you disrespected me. So, I know the one character, he reminded me, people sent me text messages like, hey, this is you. And because the guy's allergic to food. He's allergic to, like, milk. And he's like, hey guys, if I have that, I'm gonna die. And I'm allergic to some food, so.
Man, you're the only one, huh?
Well, I don't know, I just feel like I'm the only one who gets that kind of grief. So we'll find out what happens. I know I'm excited. Matthew Rosenberg did a really good job with issue 1, and it was so good I was like enthralled by like how good a book could be.
I mean, I enjoyed the comedic aspects of it, like the trucker scene when they're talking on their walkie-talkies and then this trucker interrupts them.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Pretty good. If you haven't bought the first issue, find it.
Yeah, it's definitely a book worth having. Like, I was so shocked how well it could be. So, this has been Fresh Death Comics. I'm your host, Bluke. Hans is with me. Let us know what you guys thought. Like, comment, and subscribe. And have a wonderful day.